afternoon from Cape Town. We're here at the MVNO Nation Africa 2024. I'm here together with Andriy Zhylenko, CEO of PortaOne. Hello, Andriy.
Hello.
Andriy, very interesting panels this morning about MVNOs in Africa. There is a huge potential which should be unlocked, so the predictions are quite positive for the next few years. Billions of dollars are in the market. So what do you think, based on your experience, how can MVNOs unlock this potential?
And you're right, Africa is now the testing ground for the whole world, I would say, for MVNO technology, with many new companies coming to the market in Nigeria and other countries at the same time. It's like a race, and we're going to see the battle of different approaches to business, to technology, different ways to structure the business process.
Okay, so what does PortaOne offers for MVNOs to make their life easier, to unlock this potential?
We offer BSS and charging system, and we also offer our expertise and advice based on our past 20 years in business, because it used to be MVNO was seen as just a different brand, maybe for slightly different market segment, but that's not the case anymore. And now those MVNOs who will succeed, they have to create their own type of solution, custom tailored to market segment, to customer group, and they have to build and integrate. And that's why we put strong emphasis on ability of MVNOs to combine those different components from us, from our technology partners, something they create on their own with low code, AI, and create something which really delivers value to their target customer group.
So we could say it's all about the product proposition you have for the market where you're active in.
Exactly, and of course for competitive differentiations for MVNOs, they have to stand out, they have to be noticeable, and they have to deliver better value than customers can get from MNOs or their competitors.
Okay, in such a high competitive market, it's all about being agile enough to really make a difference, to have the right product proposition. How does PortaOne help with this big solution, big platform, to stay competitive and also to be agile on the other side?
When 12 years ago, we switched our development cycle to be agile, and we had 7-week release cycle for a product. At first, almost nobody, including many engineers in my own team, believed it could be possible. We did it, but now, a few years ago already, we realized even 7 weeks is too much. That's why we are shifting towards adoption of cloud technologies and being able to add additional solution components through the cloud deployment in a matter of days. And it becomes especially important in the competitive markets such as in Africa. So we hope to see a lot of innovation which will come from here, and it can be reused as a general idea, but also through tools like we offer for cloud marketplace of value-added services. Companies which will develop their technology components here and start selling them, they can potentially sell them to all other markets, to all other operators around the world for revenue share models. So this is going to benefit the local technology companies in Africa as well.
Okay, so we heard a lot here about partnerships. On one side, MVNOs talking about bringing capabilities in-house, but also certain capabilities you still have to work with service providers. But when you look at the service provider landscape, at least from my feeling, it's very important that you have on one side an agile platform, but also a future-proofing platform. So how future-proof is PortaOne?
There is no guaranteed answer to that unless we have a time machine. I'm pretty sure many companies which no longer exist, they thought they are future-proof. We're trying to ensure that we are going to be here for another 20 years to support our customers, but of course taking advice and consideration from a variety of customers across different industries and across different sizes of telecom operators, doing our own technology research, and empowering and bringing in some of this engineering power from not just internal engineers, but also from our customers, system integrators, and even their customers. Because also, as every good engineer, they have this tendency not to touch, not to break something which is working already. And sometimes you do need that disruptive force to introduce new options and allow your product to be as successful and as useful tomorrow as it is today.
All right. So we are we're reaching Q3, beginning of Q3 in 2024. Where do you see the industry developing over the next 5 to 10 years? I know you don't have a time machine, but maybe you have a prediction.
I see that communication service providers is going to be more and more about software, about partnerships, and about delivering value to a specific customer group. Like these days, the connectivity for FTTH, for instance, in many countries, okay, there are companies which dig and build those fiber channels, and then there are the actual ISPs who will provide services on top of that. I see this is going to be continue with wireless networks and with any other types of communications. And the companies which can provide great value will be more successful. So the telecom operators, they may be facing actually competition from companies they never thought of. I know a lot of telcos, they feel worried and pressured, for instance, by Microsoft going into their turf. It's going to be interesting because, of course, the companies like Microsoft, they have advantage of huge engineering force, like huge budgets. At the same time, we see that a lot of times the local experience and being able to understand the specific customer here in South Africa or somewhere else is going to be a key to success than just having a lot of developers who create one-size-fits-all product for general use.
All right. Thank you very much. Thanks for your time, Andriy.
Thank you.
That was TechAfrica News from MVNO Nation Africa 2024. You can find more on techafricanews.com.